なに行きたい気分です。楽しみにされています。
Our next film is Hacksaw Ridge. This is the true story of a conscientious objector by the name of Desmond T. Doss, who saved over 50 men on his own in the Battle of Okinawa against the Japanese in World War II. This is a very bloody, very graphic, brutal movie, so if you're not into blood and gore, you don't want to see this one. But I would recommend it anyway, because the things that this man did during the war were nothing short of miraculous, especially when he got caught and went down into the tunnels, the Japanese tunnels, and they walked right past him and didn't even see him. You've got to see this. This is actually a true story. You do meet the characters at the end of the movie who were still alive and interviewed at the film during the 2000s, past up to, I think he died 2006, somewhere around there. Doss fully believed that God's way of life was the best way of life, that you should never kill or commit an act of murder, and he learned to do that not by studying his Bible or being loyal to his church group, but actual, as they show in the movie, by actual demonstration and actually physically living and feeling that way of life is better, because of his having almost shot his father to death in an act of rage and almost bashing his brother's head in during a altercation that he had with his brother when he was a little kid. Doss's life was not easy in the army. They resented the fact that he would not pick up a weapon and fire it even in practice. This almost landed him in jail. He wanted to just be a medic and help out, and this was a major action that would have put him in prison for the rest of the war, probably 20 years maybe, I think it was. His drunken father, who knew the horrors of war in World War I and wanted his boys to stay out of the conflict, eventually puts on his uniform, goes into the courtroom, and saves his son from being convicted, because the judge in this case is a commanding officer, the drunken father's commanding officer during World War I, and they kind of like have a camaraderie. And so Desmond is sent off to battle without a rifle, and he works in the medical corps, and absolutely fearlessly goes into Okinawa and saves all these men's lives, even the Japanese. He made no distinction of saving a life. He even tried to save a few Japanese who were reported died when they reached the American side to be rescued or to be operated on. None of them had actually made it. Now they may have been executed by the Americans when they were taken prisoner, or just left to bleed to death, which is most likely what would have happened, because there's only limited medical resources. But Doss proved himself to be a worthy man, and I guess God protected him during the war. He was wounded and brought him home safely, where he lived a very, very old man, him and his brother and his wife. Hacksaw Ridge. This is a case study in determination to do God's will, put on by Mel Gibson, who searches for these types of stories about courageousness in the faith.